Why is the method section so important? Your method section is your opportunity to share how you conducted your research and why you chose the methods you chose. It's also the place to show that your research was rigorously conducted and can be replicated. It gives your research legitimacy and situates it within your field, and also gives your readers a place to refer to if they have any questions or critiques in other sections. Hi everyone, I'm Niuma and I'm here to help you achieve your academic goals. In this video today, you are going to learn how to write a strong methodology for your thesis in simple 4 steps. The first step is explaining your methodological approach. You can start overall approach to your research. You have 2 options here. The option 1 is starting with your what questions. What research problem or question did you investigate, and what type of data did you need to achieve the same? The option 2 is starting with your why questions. Depending on your discipline, you can also start with a discussion of the rationale and assumptions underpinning your methodology. In other words, why did you choose these methods for your study? Why is this best way to answer your research question? The second step is describing your data collection methods. Once you have introduced your reader to your methodological approach, you should share full details about your data collection methods. In quantitative methods, in order to be considered generalizable, you should describe quantitative research methods in enough detail for another researcher to replicate your study. Here you need to explain how to operationalize your concepts and measure your variables. You need to discuss your sample methods or inclusion and exclusion criteria, as well as any tools, procedures, and materials you use to gather data. If you are using surveys, describe where, when, and how the surveys were conducted. In experiments, you need to share full details of the tools, techniques, and procedures you use to conduct your experiment. In existing data, you can explain how you gathered and selected the material, such as data sets or archival data that you used in your analysis. Unlike the quantitative methods, in qualitative research, methods are often more flexible and objective. For this reason, it's crucial to robustly explain the methodology choices you made. You need to be sure to discuss the criteria you used to select your data, the context in which your research was conducted, and the role you played in collecting your data. In the interviews or focus groups, you need to describe where, when, and how the interviews were conducted. In the participant observation, you need to describe where, when, and how you conducted the observation or ethnography. For existing data, you can explain how you selected the case study materials for your analysis. In the mixed method research, it combines quantitative and qualitative approaches. If a standalone qualitative or quantitative study is insufficient to answer your research question, the mixed methods may be a good fit for you. Mixed methods are less common than standalone analysis, largely because they require a great deal of effort to pull off successfully. If you choose to pursue mixed methods, it's especially important to robustly justify your methods here. Let's look at a quantitative methods example that describes how data was collected. In step 3, you need to describe your analysis method. You should indicate how you processed and analyzed your data. You need to avoid going into too much detail. You should not start introducing or discussing any of your results at this stage. In quantitative research, your analysis will be based on numbers, whereas in qualitative research, your analysis will be based on language, images, and observations, often involving some form of textual analysis. In the mixed methods, combining two research methods that I just explained, integrating both qualitative and quantitative approaches into one coherent analytical process. Now let's look at a quantitative methods of example describing the analysis. The next step, the final step, is evaluating and justifying the methodological choices that you made. Above all, your methodology section, you should clearly make clear the case for why you chose the methods you did. This is especially true if you did not take the most standard approach to your topic. In this case, discuss why other methods were not suitable for your objectives and show how this approach contributes new knowledge or understanding. In any case, it should be overwhelmingly clear to your reader that you set yourself up for success in terms of your research methodology design. Show how your method should lead to results that are valid and reliable while leaving the analysis of the meaning, importance, and the relevance of your results for your discussion. You can acknowledge limitations or weaknesses in the approach you chose, but justify why these were outweighed by the strengths. Remember that your aim is not just to describe your methods, but to show how and why you applied them. Again, it's critical to demonstrate that your research was rigorously conducted and can be replicated. Number one, focus your objectives and research questions. The methodology section should clearly show why your methods suit your objectives and convince the reader that you chose the best possible approach to answering your problem statement and research question. Number two, cite relevant sources. Your methodology can be strengthened by referencing existing research in your field. This can help you to show that you followed the established practice for your type of research. It also helps you to discuss how you decide on your approach by evaluating existing research, and also it helps you to present a novel methodological approach to address a gap in the literature. Number three, write for your audience. Consider how much information you need to give and avoid getting too lengthy. If you are using methods that are standard for your discipline, you probably don't need to give a lot of background or justification. Regardless, your methodology should be clear, well-structured, text that makes an argument for your approach, not just a list of technical details and procedures. That's all about writing a strong methodological chapter for your thesis. I hope the information would help you. Thank you.